Hi you guys, welcome to another episode of Supbruh, and it is such a pleasure to be sharing my coming out story. Y'all, it's about to get real up in here, and I want you to sit back, relax, get your popcorn, because I am going to open up completely. Sup, bruh? So, I wouldn't say my coming out story was like anything of my choice. I was really forced out. So we're gonna call this my forcing out story. When I was growing up, because of the fact that I wasn't able to express myself, I would do things like, you know, just experiment. I would get online, I would, you know, research, you know, how to kiss boys and like, just different things that like I feel like I needed answers to that I couldn't get the help from. So there was a lot of experimentation when I just could have gotten those answers or had my parents tell me, but in their way. But if they accepted me, it just would have been a little bit different. But because of that, a lot of experimentation went on. And I say that to say this. I would see this boy down the street. This is my brother's best friend. Yes, I was that girl who slept with their brother's best friend. That was definitely me. And yeah, I would see him, I would hook up with him, and one particular hookup that we had, he left a hickey on my neck, and I tried my best to cover this shit up. I would wake up at the crack of motherfucking dawn to hide that hickey. And this just happened to be an incident where I was coming out of the pool. It was a hot summer's day and I was, you know, getting my life in the pool, and then I came out to get like a quick snack in the refrigerator. When my mom comes out and she sees the motherfucking hickey, and she flips ape shit, y'all. She goes crazy on me, and it was really hard for me because in that time, like, I didn't know how to tell her who I got it from. You know what I mean? Because she wasn't having that. She was sitting in front of me and pretty much forcing me to tell her how I got the hickey, which of course, you know, you gotta go into, but also who I really am. So I had to like come up and finally tell her, yes, it was such and such, you know, my brother's friend. And in that moment, it was really hard for me because in her face, I could see the disappointment and the concerns that she had that really hurt me, because it's an image that I can't get out of my head of my mom doesn't love me, you know, and that's something that you have to struggle with sometimes, because it can knock your confidence down when you look into your parents' eyes and you're opening up for the first time about who you are, and it's a look of just worry. So to see this look of disappointment and unacceptance really struck with my confidence for a very long time, because my mom was someone in my life who not only I looked up to, but I went for encouragement. I went for, you know, just to have support at the end of the day. And it took a while to get to a place where she accepts me, but eventually we did get to that place. But I say this to say this, especially to you, you parents who have kids who are coming out as gay and are looking for ultimately a guide. They just want direction in life. Don't shun them for who they are. Yes, you may not have all the answers, but guess what? You guys can figure it out together. And I feel like that's just all I wanted, was just not necessarily her even accepting it in that moment, but if she just would have been open to the idea of learning this world with me, it would have made my journey so much smoother and understanding who I am, not feeling ashamed of being myself. And that's all I'm asking you guys, you know? My journey is, it's a hard one because there was a lot of dips and turns that I had to take in life to find who I am. My coming out story should inspire you to be your authentic self through and through. You know, yes, we have a National Coming Out Day, but every day should be your coming out story. From the moment you wake up and you live your truth, from the moment that you say, this is who I am, and I am proud to be gay, those are the moments that really affect the world in such a positive way, because that energy that you put out of love and accepting yourself is the first step for somebody else to accepting you. So learning that in my life has helped me tremendously, not only just in areas of, you know, finally building a great relationship with my mom, because I had to stand up and say, look girl, this is who I am. And if you want me to be in your life and you want to be in my life, you're going to have to take this. And if not, we're just gonna have to love from a distance. But luckily, she felt that energy of, this isn't coming from him being disrespectful. It's coming from a place of, he knows who he is as a man. And I have to support that. So now that I have that support, that alone helps me in so many different areas. As far as dating, you know, having that self-aware of who I am, now it weeds out all of the guys who just aren't for me, because now I don't have to pretend to be what you're looking for. You see what I'm saying? I can be myself through and through and attract what is meant for me. And that's the thing about energy. You have to, it all starts with you, and what you put out comes back to you. So once you put out to the world a self-assurance person, a self-aware individual who knows themselves, all that is meant for you will come to you. I know we got a lot of intense moments, you guys, and it got a little emotional here, but I want to end this on a positive, loving note. We are here at Supbruh, where you can catch me on all of my social medias at Kahanna Montrese. And if you are interested in more content like this, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'd love for you guys to stay tuned.